What's up, Jackson State family? It's your boy, Mr. Petty Signs. We are back. Another episode of the Adventures of Mr. Petty Signs. Tap in with us. Let's get it. Yo, what up, Tiger family? We have made it to Baton Rouge. We're about to make a quick pit stop for some food, and then we're gonna head to the stadium. So appreciate y'all sticking with us, and we'll see y'all soon. Go Tigers!
I can't hear you, Jaguar fans. No. Good. Yes, sir.
All right, halftime. Good touchdown, man in the half. Got some adjustments we gotta make. Time for the halftime show. Let's get it. Go Tigers.
Prepare to witness the apex of excellence, the quintessence of contemporary sounds and maneuvers, an organization that several other programs have strived to be, but haven't come close. It's the Summa Cum Laude Band imitated, but never ever duplicated. The Southern University Marching Band from Jaguar Land. The Southern University Marching Band is led by drum major DeMarcus, the showstopper here from New Iberia, Louisiana. Show him some love.
right, game over. Big win, big win. I'm gonna give my post game analysis probably tomorrow because we're gonna get home late. But just a little snippet. Overall, great win. Started off slow, but we picked it back up. Jacobian, we did better in the second half. But, you know, I'm going to give y'all my post-game analysis tomorrow, so be on the lookout. If y'all are traveling from the game, y'all be safe. And go Tigers. Tiger Nation, happy Sunday. Hope you guys are well rested. Hope y'all made it safe from the game. Now, it is time for Mr. Petty Son's post-game analysis. Let's get into it. So, I am giving the overall grade to the team. I'm giving them an A. Okay? And we're gonna break down each grade. Overall grade is an A. I thought the game was great. I thought the team played really well once they got adjusted to the game and everything. Now we're gonna dissect offense, defense, and special teams. We're gonna start off with special teams first. So special teams, you guys, I gotta give y'all a C. Okay, gotta give you a C. You know, we had the muff punt that put Southern in scoring position, but we'll get into that soon because the defense definitely did their thing to hold them to 3 points. So we had the muff punt, and then we also had the missed field goals, which we left 6 points on the field. You know, so the score really should have been JSU by 40 for sure. So I'm giving special teams a C. You know, definitely some things we got to clean up. Nothing too major. You know, special teams is always special teams. You never know what's going to happen. You know, one game you're going to have the game of your life, punt returns, kickoff returns for touchdowns, making field goals left and right, big punts, all that good stuff. You know, but this time it was a little different. You know, that muff punt really kind of set the tone for the first half. But again, overall special teams, I'm giving you guys a C. Defense, you're definitely getting an A. Definitely getting an A plus. I'm gonna say A plus because you guys played lights out. Now that first half obviously was a little shaky because y'all were trying to understand the offensive scheme of what Southern was doing. So I get it, you know. But we all knew at halftime Coach Quinn was gonna make those adjustments, and sure enough, after that one touchdown, it was over with. It was absolutely over with. They didn't score. Southern did not score no more after that first half. So big shout out to Coach Quinn for the made adjustments on the defense. Shout out to the defense for doing their thing. We had a pick. We also had a couple sacks. Man, we hurt the quarterback a lot in that game. Unfortunately, we missed a few tackles. Obviously, we missed the tackle on the big 75-yard run by Trey Holly, who is a heck of a running back. So we missed a couple of tackles. We got some pressure on the QB. Wasn't able to get the sacks that we needed, but we did put him under a lot of pressure to make, you know, mistakes. And also, we cannot forget about Mr. Not Impressed. We cannot forget about him because he talked all that noise and only had 2 receptions, if I'm not mistaken. You know, I'm not sure how many yards he had, but I know he only had 2 receptions. So while you weren't impressed with our defense, we were not impressed with your gameplay. It is what it is, right? But overall defense, they really played lights out. When Southern went forward on 4th down, they stood tall, they stopped the run. on the muff punt situation where they were in the red zone, defense held them to 3 points. Like, in my honest opinion, that is a win. That is a win on the defensive side. You know, if you can withhold the offensive side to only 3 points, to where they can't score at all, you have done your job as a defense. So big shout out to you guys. Y'all definitely have stepped up and showed out, and I'm sure it had a lot to do with that wide receiver saying that the defense wasn't impressive. All right, on the offense, I'm giving you guys an A-. Okay, start off shaky. Always, first quarter is always shaky. Let's just be honest, because you're still trying to get things going. You know, trying to read their defense like they're reading your offense. You know, a couple of good runs. The general, he stepped up. After that rocky start, he definitely stepped up, making his short passes. He played through his progressions this time. I don't think he really hurried a lot. Maybe he got sacked, maybe twice. I'm not sure. But, you know, he definitely progressed throughout the entire game. You know, the big throws. He had a couple of overthrow passes, but, you know, that's to be expected. You know, he was hitting those slant routes perfectly. You know, you couldn't have asked for a better throw on those slants. And honestly, you know, he looked downfield. He played the middle of the field. Our wide receivers, they got open. They made plays when they needed to make them. And he basically took what the defense gave him. And that's all we asked for. Let the defense, make the defense pay for what they're doing. Because you saw their corners, they were playing, you know, 5-10 yards back, at least 10 yards back, to eliminate the deep ball. So what do? Run slants until they press. Why not? You know, he had the big throw at the end of the second quarter going into the half. The big sluggo route is what we call it. The big route. Our bread and butter route. That's what I like to call it, our bread and butter. Because, I mean, honestly, I don't think anybody's really stopped it yet. You know, run game is always going to do what they do. Davenport had a heck of a game. I think he had 2 on the ground. Terrell had 1 on the ground, or 2 on the ground. And then, of course, the general, he had 1 on the ground as well. So, you know, overall, we were clicking. Definitely clicking on offense. But like I said, overall grade for the team, definitely an A. Now for some game day experience. Man, parking was crazy, bro. Parking was absolutely crazy. You know, I had paid for a lot. And, you know, I paid $23. Now, it was general admission. I will say I paid for general admission, but, you know, it was for a specific lot. You know, I have a pregnant wife. Did not want her walking too far. So that's why I picked that spot. Well, when we got closer to the spot, one of the traffic guys was like, you know, well, that lot's full, so you're going to have to go park over here. And everything, and it just wasn't, it wasn't cool. But nonetheless, we got it done. Got parked, got in the stadium, situated, all that good stuff. So yeah, great atmosphere. Now, we had a bunch of Southern fans sitting on our side, on the visitor side, which I'm assuming they were probably there because they were probably tailgating right behind us, and that's where they parked, so it's easy to get right there. But there were some Southern fans that was cool. There was some others that were just all in their feelings, like getting ready to fight folks, and I was like, come on, it ain't that serious. It's just a football game, right? I have to say that the light show that the stadium put on was awesome. It was definitely awesome. During halftime, when Southern was marching, when the jukebox was marching, they played Red Light Special by TLC, and at one point, they turned all the lights off, and they just flashed on the red lights. Pretty awesome to see. Can't lie, it was pretty cool. And then at the beginning of the fourth quarter, well, between the period between the third and fourth quarter, they turned the lights off again. They did all blue and then did fireworks. It was a pretty cool sight. I like the atmosphere there. It was pretty cool. The refs were delaying the game so much, y'all. They, at one point, so there was a drone over the stadium, right? They paused the game and was like, game management, please, whoever is flying the drone, can you have them move? All right, cool. Well, then game management is like, refs, that is the police department. And they said it several times, that's the police department. The refs did not care. The refs were not going to start the game over until, resume gameplay until that drone left. And I'm like, it's the police department. They're looking out for the safety. Anybody could pass out. Even though it was a night game, anything could have happened. Somebody could have gotten into a fight. Somebody could have passed out. Things like that. So why would you not want the police drone to be watching over the stadium? You know what I'm saying? There were some questionable calls. And, that's always to be expected. Oh, another thing that I forgot to mention with the gameplay, with the team, penalties, man. Penalties. We shoot ourselves in the foot when it comes to the penalties. It's very undisciplined. We got to work on that. We have to work on that. Now, I've seen a few people blame the coaches for not making sure that the players are disciplined. I can't blame it on the coaches. That is the players playing, right? As a player, as a student athlete, you have to be disciplined. You have to know the count. You have to know, what to do, when to do it, how to do it. So we clean those up. We're gonna be a complete team, a very complete team. We're gonna be that team that won the Celebration Bowl last year. But those got to be cleaned up. Now, back to the experience. Overall, great experience. That was my first time being at Southern. I've been in Baton Rouge. I've gone to the LSU game in Death Valley, and I'm telling you, Death Valley is a place to be. But I was very impressed with Southern's stadium. And another thing, I know I'm probably going to get some flack for this, but fans, y'all got to do better. Not Jackson State fans, but Southern fans, y'all got to do better. Y'all have got to see your team through and through. Like, there were people leaving after the third quarter because they were getting beat so bad. Like, would you do that if you went to an NFL game? No, I'm pretty sure you'd stay the entire time. But, that's every school. Like, I feel like every school, when they're getting beat so bad, all the fans start to leave. Do you not realize how, not even demoralizing, but do you understand how much of an impact that can put on a football team to see their fans leaving before the game is over, before the clock strikes zero? Like, as a player, not having the support from my fans, it's like, why am I even playing? But Southern, they held in there. They definitely had our number in that first half, but like I said, once those adjustments were made, it was over with. But that's my post-game analysis, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you smash that like button and that bell so you know next time that I post some content. Next week is Alabama and A&M. If you're going, be safe. Alabama and A&M, you're on the clock. Go Tigers.